got yelled at by Good's old lady.
For calling him?
All them invites. All them invites. She's like, please tell them to knock it off, because I'm tired of hearing it. Well, he shouldn't have just bounced out like that. It's not my fault.
Yeah, no,
He's the one who did it.
people
The other
do
team was pissed at him.
people do what they're gonna do, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. People are gonna do what they're gonna do, you know.
Straight up.
You know that it was a three game, and the way that was going, it was going to be a three game. You know, it wasn't going to go down to five. I didn't see that.
Well,
They,
they were gonna drop down to 3v3.
yeah, but you seen the way that they held that hard point?
Yeah.
Like they were controlling where the hard point was. Like they were controlling their
Nah, they were
spawn
balling.
to
They
that
were
point.
balling, yo. Yeah.
They because they were constantly on it, they were spawning wherever the hard point was, so they had that advantage. Which they were smart for doing that. Yeah, I do give them that. They were real smart for doing that, but
Yeah,
it
they
gave
did
them
it.
advantage because they
Yeah.
were that damn smart about that.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that you need more permanent players on your team, yo. I
Yeah,
feel like
what
you got
I
two
gotta
people on your roster.
I've got one technic. Well,
I mean
I don't
yourself.
even
I'm
know
counting
because
yourself. I'm counting you.
yeah, I got one. Count me.
You think you're the
I
only
got one.
person?
Yes, because Good acts like he's down to do it, but yet he's only down to do it until it's no fun no more, and that's what that was.
Got it.
To him sitting there, that was no fun, so he just bounced and went and played a game with people that were already playing.
Right.
I So he acts like he doesn't want to do it, but yet he doesn't want, because we've been friends for so long, he don't want to leave me stranded at the same time.
I feel it. I think you got to
So it's
make the
like,
command decision, homie.
yeah, I gotta sit down, make the decision. I gotta find new members, and I kind of just want to finish it out because it's only 3 more weeks with just what I have, and
Yeah,
then
but
I'm just gonna pull
think about this
myself
though,
from
Rob.
it.
Rob, I appreciate that a lot, but let's. I'm gonna pull up the on the stream. I'm pulling up the schedule. So what it is you have uh, 2 games next week, and then you have a double header week 7, and then another game in week 8. So like the Killers have only played 5 games, and you played 10 total in the split. So like, granted, there's 3 weeks left after this one, but you're gonna play 5 games in those 3 weeks because you had to reschedule 2 of them earlier. Remember? So you got a bunch on the
Yeah,
back end. So what that's going to amount to is, if you can't have a team the whole time, then we're going to end up having to cancel a bunch of games. And like on this week 7 one, it's your team's playing twice, yo. And so like, if you couldn't have a team on that day, then we're not going to play any games that day. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's upsetting people.
that's
Like the
that's
other
gonna be an
teams, the
issue.
viewers, the hosts, all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's just
that's what I try to tell him. Like I try to tell
yeah.
Good that shit.
But
I was
well,
like,
here's the
you
deal
got
though,
a
Rob.
set time that you have to actually set up these games to fill a spot, and we should be there for that.
It comes out, and we've been doing this league for over a year now, and uh, it's a thing where people come into the league and they bring their homies, and everyone's having a good time, and then some of the homies just aren't as into it as some of the other people, and they fall off,
Yes,
yo.
and I think I'm the only one
And the
that's like
and
dedicated on it.
And so this is what happens. Then teams fall apart, and then the people who stay join other teams or become free agents. And then that's how we get teams that stick around a long time, because we kind of filter through all the people that get exposure to the people who are really down. So I'm thinking, and I'm just floating this out there, it's your decision, but I think maybe you should pull the Killers, yo, and then join up on another team. And then
See,
if you can get all your people
that's what
together,
I'm gonna try not to do because I do have so many people on my friends list. I should be able to get another team.
you should. But we're in week
I
5
should,
now. We're in week
but
5, and
not
how many full
everybody's
series have you played?
not everybody is all down for the CDL Pro. Like,
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of variables that go into people not being down. Like not just gameplay, not just scheduling, but game modes and all of that. Like it's
yeah.
a specific recipe we got going on, and it doesn't fit
Well,
everybody's palate.
Wallow was a contender. Like he act like he was down for it, and he is a competitor type. But
And
for
so
some odd reason, he's just
sometimes you
not
can't make it.
there all the time.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
that's the thing too, and that's why we encourage, even though it's a 4v4 game, we encourage you to have up to 8 people on your roster that you can pick from
Yes.
for that exact reason. Not everyone's available all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have not found my extra four yet. I might have a fifth because I do have somebody who's nagging, but
Homie, you
like
just
I
told me you
tried
have one.
earlier.
You just told me you have one.
Yeah, but the four I registered was my original four.
No, I
Okay,
feel that.
and they all said that they were down, and they all agreed. And then I had somebody else who was like, "Put me in the team, put me in the team," and I said, "Well, I have a couple people that's not showing up, so you might be going into the team." Every time our games get ready to play, he's either not home or he doesn't answer the phone.
Yeah, and there's nothing you as a person can do to somebody else to make them want to fucking do
Want to
some shit,
play,
to
yo.
jump through hoops, yo.
Yep.
It's not a thing, and you get into this situation where it's like herding cats, and they're just gonna kind of do whatever they want, and you're over here trying to make them do shit, but you can't because they're not trying to, they don't want to. So like that's just, I used to teach a GED class, all right, in a prison, and you can't teach somebody who don't want to learn. You feel me? So like you can't make somebody be on your team and make them play this game if they don't want to.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not making any of them be on my team.
Well, no, I'm saying it's
All agreed,
impossible.
you know.
No, I know, and so, uh, you know, I mean, it just seems
Like
we've
I
played five
straight up
games,
asked them.
and
I was
I'm
like,
with you on the heart thing. Like I'm with you on
yeah.
wanting the team and to get it going.
The only game we actually played as a team, I think, was the first one,
And you won.
and we won.
I know,
Yeah,
but
we smacked it right out of the box.
and I think for
The
some of your
first
people,
game.
I think for some of your homies, that was mission accomplished, yo. And they ain't been back since.
And I told them all it was an 8-week tournament, and it was one day a fucking week.
I
That's
know.
not that hard, except for one
I
day
get
we
it,
had
yo.
this Saturday.
I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Well,
I
one
mean,
week.
I see it. I've been watching it happen for a year, like with everybody. So like I know the situation, and it sucks because you come in like there's a few people in the league that like Ware's right here. He had a team, she with the tip. They dominated last season, like dominated. But then not everybody wanted to come back, so then they stopped playing in part of the season, and then they came back for the tournament and did their thing, but maybe not as good as they wanted. And then like this season, like a lot of them don't want to play, and it's like, you know,
Yeah,
but
I've
you
done
can't-
ask
you
Ware
just
if he
can't.
wanted to join.
Well, Ware can't, and because
'Cause-
he's only available sometimes, so he can't. commit
Yeah, he
to
was
it.
like, yeah, like he said earlier, he's available at nighttime usually.
But
That's
usually,
when
not-
our games are.
but just usually, you know, and yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, so he's the only person left from She Bit the Tit that's still floating around the league, and like that shit happens, yo. But if his schedule was different, then he'd be on a team with other people who filtered through, and then they'd have a whole squad. You feel me? And right now,
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out.
I apologize. So right now, though, what's happening is we've got through the point we are in this season, we've got 4 teams that are super put together, and then we've got a couple teams We've got like well, actually, we've got 5 teams that are super put together. Then we got 3 teams that have like either have a solid roster or they have 3 people, and then we got your team and low-key kind of my team, which it kind of is like, 2 to 4 people at
I don't
best.
see why my team can't. It's one day a week, and it's the same day, about the same time. Like, you can't schedule that. I can understand if you miss 1 or 2 games, but at my schedule, you should be there every game.
Yeah. No, and I'm with you,
Like,
Rob.
it's
Like, I'm with
basically
you.
the same time,
And some people are
the
down for it
same
and
day.
some people aren't, yo. And I'm just saying at this point, like I'm
Like, I can understand the last split when we were Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and we were all over the time zone.
Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Dude,
Yeah, no, I remember. And we tried to, make you the schedule better for your team, but it seems like it's not just the schedule for them, and that a lot of them don't want to play, homie.
see,
Like,
that's
I'm
the
just gonna
thing.
be
It is
blunt.
on
Like,
our
they don't want
schedule,
to.
but they're not
No,
on
what
the
I'm
ball with it.
what
Like, they both told me that they would be home by 5:30 at the latest.
right. So I get that, but what I'm saying
So
is the schedule works for them, and so that's not the issue. The issue is that they don't want to play.
you're cutting in and out there, Ice.
the The issue isn't the schedule. It works for them. Like, we made it for them. The issue is that they don't want to play, and like we can't set up the league with the schedule, and all the teams are dependent on everyone showing up, and we can't depend on a team if
Where is
four
it
out of
just
five
me,
don't want
or
to
is
play,
he
yo.
cutting in and out for you?
Well, that's a shame if I'm cutting in and out, because this is pretty. Yeah. Um. So,
Hello, hello.
hello. What up, Ware?
I
Is that
mean,
Ware?
if he drops out, I
Oh,
can
he
have a
dropped
team in a matter of 5 minutes. I'm saying, like,
out.
take his spot.
I know. I don't know if
Okay,
we could. Whoa.
The league, I'm talking about.
No, I
you were
know.
cutting
I
in and
know.
out.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So let's put a fork in all of this. Um, Rob, I think you really gotta consider dropping your team out and then joining into the free agency, homie.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my team and
Yeah, you
find
got
out
to
what the
figure
hell's
that out
going on.
quick, because you got 5 games left, and one of those days is only your games. It's a killer's doubleheader, and if we can't play those games on that day, if we all show up and come out, make
They're
all
all
the little
Wednesdays,
posts,
right?
they're all Wednesdays, homie. We did that so y'all could get in.
Yeah, they're all
And
Wednesdays.
I'm
so.
telling you. So like, the thing is, like, if we have that game that day and there's a doubleheader, yo, and the killers can't play either of those games, that's gonna be bad. Like, that's gonna ruin
Yeah, I
the
know.
whole
I
day
feel
for
you
me.
there.
And so like, and that day is coming. So you figure that out and let me know. All right, we're gonna get on with the show at 7:30.
Okay.
That's when the second game's supposed to start. And,
All right.
I appreciate you for showing up every week, though, Rob.
All right.